Hey, make sure you black people have the same energy for Juneteenth that y'all got for Cinco de Mayo, celebrating the Hispanic holiday more than they are. Hell, they fought for the war, not us. Y'all celebrate that shit. Make sure y'all celebrate the black holidays too. God damn it.
All right, Shalom. This is the brother Daniela coming back again with another quick lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bahasham Racha HaKwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone, and Shalom to the hopeful elect. All right, brothers and sisters that believe in this word and that fear in the Heavenly Father and His Son. I just wanted to do a quick lesson. I came across this, on the YouTube shorts, and Jake, celebrate these different holidays, amongst different so-called ethnic groups, right? The so-called Native Americans might celebrate a certain holiday, and so-called Hispanics or Latinos celebrate another holiday. And he mentioned Cinco de Mayo. All right, you also have El Dia de los Muertos, the Day of the Dead, and other different holidays that people celebrate in these different countries and areas, and people are celebrating Juneteenth as if that is something honorable or holy or worthy, right? Which none of these holidays are what the Lord commanded us to celebrate. Right, when you get into the scriptures, because, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the true Israelites, all right? And you have the Israelite foreigners, too, that look like the other nations, but go back to the seed line of Israel. But all these different holidays, that's not what the Lord commanded us to worship, man. And a lot of these different holidays, they span from paganism, But let's get this, because through, these certain holidays and the things that they push on media, the cultural aspects of things, and, through language and being conquered by different groups of Edomites speaking different languages, all right, and then being called the bywords, right? Being called by bywords, and not being called Israelites. All these things have worked to do what? To basically sow discord and division between the tribes, and that's a part of the curses, right? But this devil, further, splits the different tribes apart from each other, to the point where we think that we're all different people, right? Yeah, different tribes, but we are all the same people, all right? You so-called black people, black men and women, the so-called Mexicans and so-called Latinos of Central and South America, those are your brothers and sisters. Same with the so-called Native Americans here in North America. Right? We're all brothers and sisters, right? We're all related to each other. We're all the same nation, right? Which is the nation of Israel. So now let me get a precept. We're going to go to Proverbs, I believe it's chapter 13. Proverbs chapter 13. And like I said, this is a quick one. And let's go to verse it may be Proverbs 6 and 16. Proverbs 6 and 16. It says, "These 6 things doth the Lord hate, yea, 7 are an abomination unto him: a proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood." Now, when you read through this, all right, the devil, all right, the deceiver, Esau, Edom, he fits the description of all of these. And heart that deviseth wicked imaginations, feet that are swift swift in running to mischief, a false witness, that speaketh lies, and this devil has bare false witness against us. Okay? And him that soweth discord among brethren, and this is what he does. He sows discord among us. All right? He divides us by many different means. That's why you got a lot of Jake that are so-called Latino, right? They think that they're better than, the Southern Kingdom, all right? Or even just Jake that's darker, man. Because of the discord that this devil has sown with his captivity, man. You have the Willie Lynch laws on how they would pit the lighter skinned Jakes, all right? Jakes that were a lighter brown against Jakes that were a darker brown. Same mentality amongst the tribes, man. Right? So now let's continue. Right? Now let's go to Deuteronomy. Let's see here. Byword. You don't say it right there, so we're gonna actually pull it right up. Deuteronomy 28 and verse, let's see, 37. Verse 37, and thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee. Right, so people are amazed at the poor condition that we're in, right? We used to be the perfection of beauty. We used to be the people that, that had power and glory, man, And now the people are astonished on how destroyed of a people we are. Right, a proverb and a byword. These bywords, what do they call Jakes that live? And when I say Jake, I mean Jacob, right? Israelites that are the children or the sons and daughters of Jacob, which are Israelites, because Jacob's name was later turned to Israel, which is Yashar Allah. He is the prince of the power, right? So that's a status and a name of royalty, right? It says so right, going into a byword, what do they call Jake that live on the island of Puerto Rico, all right, or that were there before the colonists came? What did they call them? They call them Puerto Ricans, man. All right, or in Spanish they say Puertorriqueños, all right, Puerto Ricans, which Puerto Rico or Puerto Rico is means a rich port, right? Because they could come there and get the riches from Puerto Rico and take it back to Spain or Portugal, right? So Puerto Rico, so they named the people there after what they wanted to call them, all right? But those are really what? Aparium, right? The Ephraimites, right? And when they got they was calling themselves Tainos, Jake, degenerated, so to speak, from their true heritage and culture and even their language. Because when we came over here, we were speaking what? Hebrew. Lashon Kodash. And then everything got broken up. Some of the different things in the cultures are still similar to the scriptures, right? But then that was diluted too. Okay. Same thing with the tribe of Asher. What do they call the different Asherites? Okay, I'll say it like that. All right, the native peoples of Brazil and Paraguay and Uruguay, or Paraguay and Uruguay, and Peru and Colombia, right? They call them Venezuelan, right? Which comes from Venezuelan comes from the word Venice, which that's in Italy. Colombians, which that comes from Cristobal Colon, Christopher Columbus, right? What else? Brazilians, right? Which Brazil comes from the Hebrew Bazara, which means iron, and one of the resources that Brazil is known for is iron. So at the end of the day, you know, this devil has basically, you know, divided us by thinking that we're making us think that we're all different people, calling us different names. And Jake takes pride in being, oh, I'm Latino, I'm Native American, I got Native American culture, you know, black culture, Latino culture, as if that's really their true culture, man. These are all different cultures that this devil is giving you, man. You know? So just wanted to do a quick video on that. And Lord, will you edify? And I'm going to say shalom.